is Newsline 9 Sports.
Some of you just saw this race here on TV9. Matt Kenseth started the Bank of America 500 in 20th tonight and managed a third-place finish right in front of Jimmy Johnson. So Kenseth with a 4-point lead in the chase for the Sprint Cup. Meanwhile, Brad Keselowski notches his first win of the season, 10th of his career, and the first in Charlotte. The last 3 games for the Badgers have gone like this. 1 win at home, 2 losses on the road. Homecoming couldn't come soon enough for Wisconsin as they hosted 19th-ranked Northwestern. Badgers looking to win their 4th straight over the Wildcats. First quarter down by 3. Joel Stavy deep to Jared Abbrederis. He takes it in for the 63-yarder. Up and down day for the senior wideout. He'd leave the game with a head injury later. Anderson expects him to be back next week. Second quarter, red team ahead by 11. Look out for Vince Beagle. The Rapids native says, "I've got the eye of the tiger and you're going to hear me roar." Takes down Trevor Seaman. The former Red Raider had 4 tackles in addition to that sack. Then around 2 minutes before the break, Melvin Gordon, baby, he was born to run. Gordon goes 71 yards to give Wisconsin a 21-3 lead. The Badgers win 35-6.
I'm proud of this team. You know, this was a big football game, and I never said that all week, but in the back of my mind, this is a big game, and I'm not one to usually say that stuff, but these kids prepared. It obviously means a lot to them every single week, but the ability to get into this position and win at home against a really good football team.
The Pointers trying to crash UW-Eau Claire's homecoming party. SP up by a field goal in the 3rd. Blue Golds looking to respond, but this isn't what Mark Munger had in mind. The pass picked off by Bo Siebel. Point in business. And they cash in. They drive it down to the 1. Then Mitch Bowe gets in on the QB sneak. Pointers with a 17-7 lead. And fear not, little girl, there's more football to play. Eau Claire would kick a field goal to pull within 7 and then give to Clint Larson. This a 16-yard touchdown. So delay the parking lot party. We head to overtime. Blue Golds get the ball first in the extra session. Munger trying to set up a screen, but Point sniffs it out. Jake Bador with the pick, and it's not deja vu. Point gets a Bo QB sneak again, but this one wins the game 23-17 in overtime. Point now 2-0 in the WIAC, first time since '09. Let's take a break from football for a second. This is Wausau East trying to avenge an earlier loss to Marshfield. Lumberjacks ahead by a game, but Tigers go on a roll. This slam by Miranda Forrest gives Marshfield a 4-point edge. The senior captain strikes again. Ball comes off the tips of Vanessa Boris. A 10-point lead for the Tigers. They'd win games 2 and 4, but lose to East in 5 games. As the Packers look for their first road win tomorrow, the red zone will be an area of emphasis, and I'm not talking about the channel many of you watch on Sundays. Last year, Green Bay led the league in red zone efficiency, but only converted a 1/3 of its red zone trips in its last 2 games. That's 2nd worst in the NFL over that span, and while Mason Crosby is 9 for 9 on field goals this season, his teammates would rather have him kick extra points.
When we get in the red zone, we need touchdowns. I mean, you don't spend all that time, working on the stuff, marching down the field, taking shots at the defense just to kick field goals. I mean, Mace had a really, really great day the other day, but, we need to finish drives. That's on us as a whole unit. We really need to put an emphasis on this week.
Definitely got to improve in that area, especially when you're playing real good football teams. You got to get 7 points, make it easier on your defense, really change the momentum of games by getting in the end zone.
And we'll find out if the Packers can win on the road. Kickoff is at noon.
Awesome. Thanks, David.